Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how we turned this bedroom into a walk-in closet for our master bedroom. So this is just a recap to show you what we were working with before we actually got to the point that we're at now. This is what this room looked like before we turned it into the closet. And we completely removed that drywall between the two rooms just to really see what we would be dealing with. And there you have it. So the first thing we did in that room was remove the windows. And once we removed the windows, we closed them up completely using plywood. And we also went in and put some 2x4s so that this way we could make sure that we're reinforcing the structure there since it's no longer windows. And once we were done with that, we were able to cover it up with drywall on the inside portion of the house. And with the drywall up, we were able to patch it, and then I was able to paint. I actually ended up going over this room twice because of those windows. I will say having that big of a hole in the wall to try and patch up with drywall is not as easy as it sounds. And so originally I thought I finished this room, or I felt like I finished it, but truthfully it wasn't finished because I wasn't satisfied with what I was dealing with or what I was looking at. And I felt like I need to repaint this room and lay some different flooring. And this is just to give you an idea of what the room looked like when I felt like, oh, I'm done with this room. This is what it looked like. And I just didn't really like this feeling. Like, I didn't like the vibe in the room. It didn't feel cozy. And so I was just like, I don't really think I'm done with this room. And that's when I decided to just get all of that floating floor off of there and to redo the room. And here's what we're working with as far as finishing the drywall and getting up that joint tape. I am not sure how good you all can hear me or whatnot, but I'm in Walmart. Here we go. Oh, it's actually right where it's supposed to be. So the first time I found this stuff, it was where it wasn't supposed to be. Let's move us closer. This is it. This is what I came to get. I love this stuff. Like, it worked so good. The width of it is the width of this box. So like, really convenient for like, you know, not so perfect drywall. Here we are. It's been a couple weeks. I'm going to get started sanding on this side of the wall first. But I let everything sit for a little while just to make sure that everything dried. And I'm thinking that by now everything should be dry and we should be able to go ahead and sand. Now, the rest of this room was already done. Like, I had already sanded and painted and all that, but I kind of feel like the whole room needs another coat anyway. And I wanted to use that wall fabric to try and fix any areas that were just really, really imperfect. But this is the other side of the wall. I'm starting on the other side, but I just feel like it's a good time to start, and I can really see whether or not everything is dry. Once I start, it's hard to really know. It's hard to really know if everything is dry or not, you know, before you start sanding. But that's everything. And as you can see, I took that floating floor up off the floor because we're gonna lay some carpet padding and lay some carpet over top of this. But I just wanted to make sure that it's an easy situation. This room had already been done, but I decided to redo it. It just didn't feel very comfortable or cozy. I'm thinking about painting the ceiling too. I might leave the ceiling this color and just put a fresh coat on it. But just for like a splash of color, I think I might leave the ceiling that color. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started sanding. All right, so we're done sanding, and I believe we're pretty much ready to paint. I've completely cleared everything out of both sides of the room. And I finished sanding and wiping all of the dust away last night. And now everything has settled, and I think we can go ahead and start painting. I'm going to open this up because we never opened this when we first bought the house. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to clean inside of this fireplace the same way I did the others. And I feel like it's important to do that before we paint and everything, but I feel pretty good about the way it came out. We'll really see once we paint, we'll really see how it came out. But yep, so next step, I'm gonna clean out that fireplace and then we're painting. Update on the fireplaces, we're actually going to be plugging these fireplaces up with some electric fireplace inserts, and that should resolve our fireplace issue, because one thing I can say is these fireplaces, while open like this, create a crazy draft in here. Like, it's kind of cold. So we'll be plugging those up, and we're also going to have to figure out a way to close the top part of the chimney so that whatever is coming down into the chimney doesn't or can't, including air. But I don't know, like, we'll get the professionals to do that. I don't know if that's even able to be done. But yeah, so here we are. I'm super excited because this is like the last major thing before we can basically reclaim our bedroom and closet. All right, we finished painting and this is what we have. I'm very pleased with the way this turned out. The windows are completely covered. You can't even tell they were ever there. I went ahead and repainted this entire room, and I also decided to paint the trim along the ceiling so that it would give a cleaner finish for that blue splash of color, so that it didn't look so messy or old. And I didn't even have to repaint the whole ceiling, so I'm very happy with that. And I would say it's time to remove this tape and get some carpet down. We're almost done. All right, and I'm not going to include details of how I installed the carpet in this video because I already have a video about how to install carpet and the 4 steps I use. It's linked in the description, so you can click down in the description and watch that video if you're interested. I did include this footage though of me using the kicker and the tucking tool because I did not include that in my video about how to install the carpet. And so here's some close-up footage so that you can actually see me kicking the kicker to stretch the carpet and then tucking the carpet behind the tack strip using the tucking tool. And so this is just to really give you a close-up of what that looks like. I like to go through and actually tuck the carpet before I start trimming, so that way trimming and tucking is a lot easier. I don't have to fight the carpet so much. And here's me actually trimming the carpet. I used a razor knife to trim it, and I just pull the carpet away from the trim of the wall, so away from that board up against the wall. And I'm tucking the carpet behind the tack strip and under the trim that's on the wall as I'm going along the wall. And I'll do this all the way around the room, and it's actually pretty simple, pretty easy. All right, and everything's done. So this is what the closet looks like without our closet organizers or any of the decor. That mirror is actually supposed to be vertical, but we're going to hang it horizontal for my vanity. And we've actually already put that on the wall, but I'm not going to include the fully decorated closet in this video because it is going to take a little longer before I have exactly what I want in that closet. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.